Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, and welcome to Big Ten Week number 10 predictions. You like how I did that right there, don't you? Now, in today's video of the day, the second video of the day, we are going to be predicting the Big Ten Conference games that are going to be played this weekend. We're going to talk Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, Michigan. We'll talk USC, Washington as well. And that'll be all for that video. However, we are going to be predicting all of the Big Ten Conference games. But first, of course, if you guys are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. I'm going to be at St. Michael UMS right tonight for the 5A Region 1 finale for UMS Wright and for St. Michael's as well. Tomorrow, St. Paul's Spanish Fort, a big-time region game. We're talking high school football in the next video, so stay tuned for that. We'll talk a couple of teams, what they got to do to win, to be, of course, the seed that they want to be. Stuff like that for the playoffs as we ramp up for the postseason. However, again, you guys are already in the channel. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead and hop in to these Big Ten Conference predictions. Alright, we're going to save Ohio State, Penn State for last, so stay tuned if you want to hear that prediction for that game. However, kicking us off on Saturday, we have Minnesota going into the Fighting Illini. I got to go with Illinois here. They're just the better team. 6-2, 3-2 in Big Ten Conference play. By far, Minnesota on paper, I believe, has the better quarterback, but he does throw a lot of picks, and I think Illinois can hold this Minnesota defense. So, with that said, I'm going to go Illinois here. It's also at home. Illinois, they are really, really solid offensively. I expect that to continue going into this weekend against Minnesota, and they should be able to get the job done at home against Minnesota. Let's go ahead and talk Northwestern and Purdue. This is going to be the snooze fest game of the week. I actually got Northwestern here on the road. Purdue, 1-6, 0-4 in Big Ten Conference play. They are struggling. They are in need of a win. However, I do not see them getting that win this weekend. Northwestern is a pitiful team in the Big Ten right now. However, when it comes down to it, Northwestern is the better team. They have a better overall record, 3-5, 1-4. I believe that is the reason that they're going to win this game, solely because they have a couple of better players on the sides of the ball, and I think that Northwestern is going to walk into Purdue and get the job done and go on the road and beat the Boilermakers. Now, this is a very underrated matchup. This could be a trap game for Oregon. We have Oregon going into Michigan. This is going to be a fun one. Dylan Gabriel, one of the Heisman Trophy favorites right now. Michigan with a struggling quarterback. Obviously, they are trying to find their quarterback for the future right now, as all the news that has come out with the quarterback in the class of 2025 that is originally committed to them decommitting. Now they turn to Bryce Underwood, see if they can't recruit him, who is also from Michigan and the number one quarterback and player in the class of 2025. However, if Michigan wins this game, that will be a really, really good selling point to the recruits. Keep in mind that Bryce Underwood is from Michigan, lives about 15 minutes away from Michigan University. So if Michigan could somehow upset Oregon, that is going to go a long way for Bryce Underwood and his commitment. Now, if LSU turns around and beats Alabama next weekend in a playoff elimination game, that does not help Michigan's case at all. But we will get to that when we get to that one. However, in this game, I'm expecting Michigan's defense to play really, really solid if they want a chance to win this game, especially against one of the Heisman Trophy favorites right now in Dylan Gabriel. The line is Oregon 14.5 right now. That's the spread. I don't know. Do with that what you will. However, I'm going to go with Oregon here. They're by far the better team. They have all the better weapons here. I don't see the defense holding Oregon. However, I could definitely see this game being a trap game just because the Michigan logo, obviously, there's still some stuff to play for in this, Big Ten Conference and this new college football playoff era. But if Michigan drops another game, they are for sure missing the playoffs. I see them dropping this game, and Oregon will go on the road and get the job done in the Big House and beat the defending national champions. Now, Another trap game that I see, I don't know why, I just see this being a trap game, is Indiana going into Michigan State. The line here is Indiana by 8. Now, again, do with that what you will. However, with that said, this game is going to be fun. Michigan State coming off an almost upset victory over Michigan in a 17-24 point game. I'm expecting this game to be a lot of offense. I like Indiana's offense. The offense that they run is really, really solid. I'm expecting Indiana to come out and throw the ball against a struggling Michigan State secondary right now. I'm expecting them to put up a lot of points, and I think they win this game and improve their record to 9-0 on the year. Do not sleep on this Indiana Hoosiers team, as they could make a run in the college football playoff. Now, next game up is UCLA going into Nebraska. Got to go with Dylan Raiola and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The true freshman quarterback played really, really solid in the second half against Ohio State. Struggled in the first half. However, it was a little too late for that team, and Ohio State gets the very, very close victory. I think Nebraska's pissed right now that they did not get the job done. I would hate to be this UCLA football team who is in desperate need of a win right now. They are 2-5, 1-4 in Big Ten Conference play. However, with that said, I got to go with Nebraska here. They're the better team. Dylan Raiola's got to get the ball to his weapons. The defense has been playing lights out all season, and Nebraska should get the job done at home against UCLA. All right, next game up, we have Wisconsin going into Iowa. A very even matchup, if you're asking me. Wisconsin 5-3, 3-2 in Big Ten Conference play. Iowa 5-3, 3-2 in Big Ten Conference play. This is going to be a very tight game. Here's why. Iowa's offense does not look as good as it is not going to look as good as it looked last week. Wisconsin's defense, is a lot better than Northwestern. So they're going to hold Iowa's defense to a lot. I expect Iowa to come out, win this game. This is at home for Iowa. Brady Locke, of course, the quarterback for Wisconsin, who has come in for the starting quarterback who got hurt in the Alabama game, Tyler Van Dyke. He has not been playing all that terrible. However, this Iowa run game is what's going to run all over the Wisconsin defensive line if they are not ready to play. And I don't think they are. I think Wisconsin falls to Iowa on the road, and the Hawkeyes get a much-needed win as well. And to close us out on Saturday, of course, the final night game of the day. We still have one more game to predict, though. That, of course, is USC going into Washington. A very underrated matchup. Both teams in desperate need of a Big Ten Conference win. 2-4 in conference play for both teams. 2-3 for Washington. 2-4 for USC. 4-4 overall. 4-4 overall for both teams as well. However, I think I got Will Rogers in this game, man. USC is kind of on the downhill trend right now as well. They have been struggling the last couple of weeks. Will Rogers has played really solid football. I expect that train to keep rolling and expect the Washington Huskies to get the job done at home against USC. Now we turn to the big one this weekend in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. Ohio State going into Penn State. Penn State is in need of the win right here. I don't think Penn State can afford to lose this game. Here is why. They're number 3 in the country right now. I feel like with they lost, that puts them out of the Big Ten title game race because Ohio State, again, would have the head-to-head record over Penn State, and they would probably play Oregon in the Big Ten title game. But right now, Jeremiah Smith is going to be one of the guys Ohio State is going to look for. Quinshon Judkins, the running back for Ohio State, is also going to be some guys that are going to be an important factor here. How is the defense for Penn State going to handle that running back and Quinshon Judkins, and how is the secondary going to handle Jeremiah Smith is what I'm asking. Also, Tate, one of the wide receivers for Ohio State as well, has been playing really solid football. Ohio State has a lot of really good playmakers on that team. Now, with that said, James Franklin knows this Ohio State team better than anybody else in the conference. Obviously, Drew Allard is a senior this year. He is very experienced with the quarterback position. Will Howard, being a transfer quarterback, I think is going to factor in a lot in this game, especially with it being on the road at Penn State. This game's going to be close. The line is Ohio State at 3.5. I think it's going to be lower than that. I really do. I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 point game going down the stretch. I see Ohio State winning this game, getting the win they need in the Big Ten Conference right now to obviously jump ahead over a couple of teams. And Ohio State gets the job done on the road in Happy Valley. I don't think James Franklin ever beats Ohio State at Penn State as his coaching career. Book it right there. Of course, that is going to be all for the second video of the day. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. With that being said, I'm going to hop off, get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a great rest of your day. If I don't see you in high school predictions, I will be at UMS Wright St. Michael tonight. But, however, enjoy NBA basketball. Enjoy, obviously, the NFL Thursday night football game between the Jets and the Texans as well. Enjoy, obviously, some MLS soccer as well. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.